On last one, we are discussing about uh, LL1 parsing. Okay, we have seen you have seen the LL parsing table for the expression grammar. Now consider this grammar. This grammar is if then else construct S2 if an expression then statement or if an expression then statement else statement and A is the other statements. Okay, and E is reduced to B at terminal symbol B. Now if you have to uh, find the construct the LL1 parsing table, means predictive parsing table for this grammar. So what we have to do, if you see this grammar, this grammar is not suited for LL1 parsing because the grammar that doesn't have ambiguity, left recursion and left factoring, then we can go for the LL1 parsing. So see in this grammar, see this production. We have this production of this form A2 alpha beta 1 alpha beta 2, where alpha is this and beta 1 here epsilon and here es. So what we have to do, we have to left factor before going for the LL1 parsing. Okay, so just see uh, after left factoring we will get this grammar S2 I. The rule of left factoring is for this type of production we introduce A2 alpha A dash, where A dash to beta 1 beta 2. So we apply same rule to left factor. For left factoring of this production you will get I E T S S dash, and here remaining production A, where S dash is E S and epsilon. Okay, B E to B. Now this is modified production after left factoring. Now we have to construct the LL1 parsing table. For construction of LL1 parsing table, we have to first compute the first and follow of various grammar symbol. So see, first of S contains I as well as A. Apply for this rule 2, A is a terminal symbol, then A must be in the first of S. And if you recall the rules, and by rule 3, this is Y1. So first of S is first of S is first of Y1. Y1 means a terminal symbol, so I. Similarly, first of S dash is E and epsilon. Similarly, first of E is B. We can compute uh, follow of S. If you apply rule 3 in this production, follow of S is follow of S dash. In this production, follow of S dash is follow of S by rule 3. Okay, to compute the follow. And if you apply rule 2 on this production, rule 2 says if we have A2 alpha B dash, a production in the grammar, then follow of B contains all the symbol of first of beta. Okay. So first of S dash having E, and one thing more, if beta may be reduced to epsilon, then accept epsilon. So here you will have E in follow of S, as well as S is the start symbol of the grammar, then dollar will be also in follow of S. And by this production, you and applying rule 2, you can, it is follow of S dash. That is now follow of E. We have another grammar symbol. Follow of E is apply rule to first of first of TSS dash. So first of TSS dash is nothing but T. Now we will construct the table using the, you again rewrite the grammar. Is you can take terminal symbol I, A, E, T, you may say B, and these are the terminal symbols I, T, B, and dollar. Now next is consider the first production. This is S, S dash, and E. Three non-terminal. Now see this production. S2 I E T S S dash. So first of alpha is I. So you have S2 I E T S S dash under I. Okay. And then देखो इसको ये करो, ये ई हो जाए और ये टी कर दो, इसको ए करो क्योंकि जगह नहीं है. And here S2 A. Second production is this S dash to ES. So for here you must have S dash to under E, ES, but this production has epsilon. Then you have to make entry of S dash to epsilon at follow of S dash. Follow of S dash contains E and dollar. So here at this very position, you have to make entry of S dash to epsilon. And here S dash to epsilon. Okay. And here you see E to B. E to B is here. This is the LL1 parsing table for the this grammar we have discussed. Now see this position M in table S dash E. This position of the table having two entries means two actions are there. I have told you that at any position you may hold at most one action. If there is there is two action, then that grammar is not LL1. And here you have two action S dash to ES as well as S dash to epsilon. So this grammar is not LL1 grammar. So you can't construct predictive parsing table for this grammar, non-recursive predictive parsing table for this grammar. Okay. You see, this is the table. Okay. This is the table. You can see here in table S, E, you have two entry. So this grammar is not LL1 grammar. Okay. If we have multiple defined entries in the predictive parsing table, then that grammar is not LL1. Now, how we test a particular grammar is not LL1? I have told you that LL1 means first L for left to right is scanning of input string, second L for leftmost derivation, and one is the number of lookahead symbol to be considered. Yes, we have computed the first and follow. You can see from here only.
सर LL1 एक्सप्लेन कर रहे थे सर.
अच्छा 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 अच्छा, ये हो गया था ना.
यस सर.
Yes, this. Okay. मैं तुरंत गया था. ओके ठीक है. LL1 means LL1 grammar means you just see, you have seen the configuration of the parser. I will just show you. Yeah, this is the predictive parser. Okay, so we have input string, and this is, so if we are scanning the screen input string for from left to right and for leftmost derivation. Okay, and we uh, taking the decision by considering only one symbol. This symbol is from input string. Means if just see how this parser work. It will this input pointer will point to a particular symbol, and there is TOS, and the symbol pointed by input pointer will say about the action, and for the action it will refer this parsing table. Okay, and accordingly it will take the action to get the next sentential form of leftmost derivation. Okay, so its name is LL1. First L for scanning of string from left to right, and second L for leftmost derivation, and one is the number of look ahead symbol you are considering to take the action. Okay. Yes. Now, how we test a grammar is LL1 or not? So, first thing, for LL1, there should not be any ambiguity in the grammar. There should not be left recursion in the grammar, and it must be left factored. Okay. And after then, we have this rule. If we have grammar having production like this A2 alpha 1 or alpha beta. So when there will be two entry in a particular position of the table, first case is if first of alpha and first of beta has a common symbol, then you have to make entry, means symbol means terminal symbol. Okay, then you have to make entry A2 alpha at, suppose it has common symbol A, so M A A position of the parsing table will have entry A2 alpha as well as A2 beta, and that is the case multiple entry, and we that case. So first condition is the the grammar to be LL1, first of alpha 1 and first of alpha and first of beta, intersection of this first of alpha and first of beta must be disjoint. That intersection must be null. But if any of alpha or beta may be reduced to epsilon, in that case you have to see, suppose beta may be reduced to epsilon, means you have A2 alpha epsilon, simple case. Then first of alpha and follow of A should be disjoint if it has any common terminal symbol. In that case you have entry of, means suppose common symbol is B, first of alpha as well as follow of A has common symbol B. So at M A B you have entry of A2 alpha, because B is in first of alpha, and A2 epsilon, because follow of A also contains B. So that will be the case of multiple entry, and that in that case that grammar is not LL1 grammar. So you will get, if you go through the old paper of the GATE, you will find questions where you have to test a particular grammar is LL1 or not. We will also discuss how to test a particular grammar is LR1 or not during after discussion of the uh, um, bottom up parts. But here you can test any grammar. How to test? You have to find the production, means non-terminals having this type of production alpha beta, means different alternative. Suppose we have production like A2 alpha beta gamma. In that case, intersect intersection of first of alpha, first of beta, first of gamma must be null. Okay. If any of the alpha, beta, gamma may be reduced to epsilon, then follow of A and first of any of alpha or beta or gamma must be disjoint. If there is any common symbol, in that case, the grammar is not LL1. Okay. So here we have the various cases. If grammar has production like this, so it is the case of left recursion. If we have production like this, then first of alpha and first of beta is A, so common, so grammar is not LL1. If we have production like this, then again first of S is A and follow of S is follow of R. Okay. Just see here. First of S is A and first of R is first of S. See, this is a very interesting case. First of S is A, S is A, and it may be reduced to epsilon. Then same entry at yes, first of S is A and first of R, by this production first of S. You can compute. It is epsilon, this first of R is also this. So, and you have the multiple entry at position A. Here the case that we have tested, this case. Okay. So we have to test, just see, to test a particular, okay, इसको जरा हम साफ कर दें, discard, just to test a particular grammar is LL1 or not, you have to test this. This, for this type of production that we have discussed, you have to test this as well as this, as well as that. Okay. So all these cases are here along with the left recursive. Okay. This is all about your LL1 or top down parsing. Now we'll discuss bottom up parsing. Okay. ये आपको स्लाइड आपको मिल जाएगी, कल हम सुबह डाल देंगे. नाउ सी अनदर bottom up parsing. In bottom up parsing, what we do, we start from start symbol and try to reduce the start symbol on in bottom up parsing we start from the string to be parsed, that is the stream of token generated by the lexical analyzer, and we try to reduce entire stream on start symbol. This is called bottom up parsing. Now you will see how we do this. Actually, to reduce entire string onto the start symbol, what we have to do? We have to find the substring from the string of token produced by the lexical analyzer. We just find the substring matching any of the right side of the production in the grammar. If we get the match, we replace that substring by its left side. Okay, and we keep on see this. Suppose this is the grammar and this is a stream of token produced by the string that is to be parsed. Now we have this, we scan the string, means stream of token from left to right for match of the right side of the production. So if you scan for the substring for the match of the right side of the production, you will get this B. B is A to B is a production. So what we do? We replace B by A. You just see here by its left side. We have applied this production A to B. Okay. Next, again repeat the process for match of right side of the production. So you will get A, B, C. This. And replace by its left side, you will get this. Now you have Again, scan this string from left to right. D is a production, replace it by B, and so in this way you are able to. Now you just consider this. Okay. Describe. Let's see. Let's see. This is the grammar, and a string you can remember A B B C D E. String is A B B C D E. Now we scan this string from left to right. We will get this match A to B. So you can replace by its right side, left side of the production. You will get A, B, C, D, E. Then again scan the string for match of the right side of the production. You will get this. So replace by its left side. You will get A, D, E. Again, this D is the matching with the, so replace it by its left side. So you will get A, it is B, E, and then S. Now you write it in reverse. What you will get? S to A, B, E, then A, B to here D, E, then A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E. This is generation of the string, and this is bottom of parsing. We reducing the string onto this. Now see this very generation of the string. We have started from start symbol, have used of this production. Then after next we have reduced this, replace the left side by right side, B by D. If you see, this is the rightmost non-terminal. Okay, to get the next sentential form. Similarly, now we have single non-terminal. It must be, it is right side. We have replaced this by this. Again, here we have this replaced by this B. So we are always considering the rightmost non-terminal. So it is called rightmost derivation. Okay. So you may say it is rightmost derivation in reverse. Okay. what we say for this? This is a sentential form of derivation of this string. Write sentential form of derivation of this. Next sentential form of the derivation of this string. Next sentential form. Next sentential form. Okay. So just see here what we do. In this case, bottom up, we just find the substring matching right side of the production, any of the right side of the production in the grammar. We scan this string from left to right and look for the match with the right side of the production of the grammar. If we have this, so we replace it to left side. See this point. You can consider this B again replaced by A. Okay. If we do this, then we will not get the previous right sentential form of the derivation of the string. So why we are considering this, we are not considering B. Means we have two production, A to B, C and A to B. In first, here we are considering A to B, but here we are considering A, B, C as a token, as a for a substring for replacement of its left side of the production. So why we do so? Actually, the substring you have selected for replacement by its substring matching any of the right side of the production, and you have selected to replace it by its left side to get the previous right sentential form of the derivation of that string. In that case, that substring is called handle. Okay. So here handle is A, right substring. Here handle in this A, B, C. Here handle is D. Okay. And here handle is A, B, and E. So how we find the handle, what is the case of pruning the handle, that we will discuss on next one. Okay. So and we will